Today we are doing NFL player props here for Monday Night Football. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Indianapolis Colts. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. If you're not yet signed up for PrizePicks, they will match 100% of your first deposit. All you have to do is click on the link in the description, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. There's a Discord link in the description below this video. Main server completely free, super strong community up in the Discord, and then Patreon link is in the description of this video as well, where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play, with deep dive written core analysis for each of those plays as well. But yeah, took a break here. Obviously, if you guys watched the previous video or you're in the Discord or you're in the Patreon, you guys know I got COVID about a week ago, and it really hit me hard. Really was affected by it, which is crazy. Didn't think it was like before I got it. It's the first time I've had it. Didn't think it was like as bad or gonna be as bad as I thought it was, but it definitely it hit me pretty hard. So I appreciate everyone for still rocking with me, being patient with me. Yeah, really appreciate the support. I know a lot of you guys messaged me and reached out to me to wish me a speedy recovery. Definitely feeling a lot better today. I'm gonna definitely be back to the regular scheduled programming here. But yeah, that's it on that. Don't want to get too deep into that. Definitely feel a lot better though, and I appreciate everyone for their patience. Let's get into it though. Two props that I like for this Steelers-Colts game. Both these teams not really playoff teams as of right now. I think the Colts may have a shot here at 4-6. This is a home game for the Colts. The Colts are favorites here, 2.5 point favorites. So hopefully this is a close game. Only a 39.5 over under. Vegas expecting a pretty low scoring game, I'd say. I mean, the Steelers score 17 points per game. The Colts 15.7. But yeah, let's get into it. Indoor as well, so there should be no weather affecting this game. Two props that I do like. Again, I'm not a gambling expert, not financial advice. It's simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully giving you guys some insight analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. Again, take the information I give you, combine it with the information you've gathered yourself, and then make your own decisions here. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first one that I like is going to be, both these props are receiving yards props. Again, the first one's going to be Paris Campbell over 41.5. Just right off the bat, most sports books have this at 45.5. So we're getting like a pretty decent sized discount here on PrizePicks at 41.5. And Paris Campbell, he was a Patreon play, I think a Sunday or 2 weeks ago maybe, for his receiving yards, because he really has become Matt Ryan's favorite target. I don't know why I said Stafford. Still a little bit out of it here, but Matt Ryan's favorite target has slowly become Paris Campbell. I mean, it's Michael Pittman too, but Paris Campbell has really become that guy here in this Colts offense, especially since Jeff Saturday has become the head coach. So if we take a team total defense, I mean, the Steelers go the second most passing yards per game in the NFL, 272.1 passing yards per game, second in the NFL as far as just total pass yards per game, only behind the Minnesota Vikings, who we've kind of been targeting. But, I mean, they played one more game, so, Steelers could become the number one team as far as giving up passing yards per game. But Paris Campbell this season, right, if we take a look at his last 4 games, 11 targets, 12 targets, 9 targets, 6 targets, 57, 70, 76, and 67 receiving yards in each of those last 4 games. So it's clearly over on this in his last 4 games here, 4 of his last 5 more specifically. Again, this game here, November 6th against New England, where he had 15 yards, that was with Sam Ehlinger. That was not with Matt Ryan here. So these back-to-back games, more specifically with Matt Ryan, since Jeff Saturday became the coach, the combination of both those things, I mean, he's seen 9 targets, 6 targets here. Even that game before Matt Ryan got hurt, or I guess before he got benched, he had 12 targets, 10 catches for 70 yards. So I think he's good here for 6+ targets in this game, and he is a big play type of player, a big play type of wide receiver. So it shouldn't really take too much here for Paris Campbell to hit the over on this. Again, 4 of his last 5, all of these 4 greens here have been with Matt Ryan. These more 2 specific ones have been with Jeff Saturday as the head coach as well. Wide receivers, though, I mean, they've been cooking the Steelers all season, right? All season long, we've seen wide receivers really feast against the Steelers. They have a really poor pass defense. More specifically, I mean, we take a look at the breakdown here. For the full season, I mean, receptions, right? The Steelers, as far as receiving receptions to wide receivers, not that high, right? But yards, they are 6th in yards to the wide receiver position. Yards per throw, they are 4th in yards per throw to the wide receiver position. And then targets right here, they sit down here. But fantasy points to the wide receiver position, they're number 1. they give the most fantasy points per game to the wide receiver position. Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, Alec Pierce. I know we're taking receiving yards here for Paris Campbell, not fantasy points, but I just feel like this is the safest floor of any of these receiving yard props. I think if he can get 6+ targets in this game, this should be pretty attainable for him. You know, Paris Campbell has cleared this 4 of his last 5, all 4 with Matt Ryan as his quarterback. Has seen great target share in these last couple games here. Look at his targets last 4 that he's played. All these 4 here with Matt Ryan as his QB. I mean, he's become his favorite target here against the, I guess, essentially worst pass defense in the NFL. I expect a good amount of passing in this game for the Colts. Obviously, if they can get out to a lead, they're going to feed Jonathan Taylor. But Paris Campbell here over 41.5 receiving yards is the first play of the day. The second one is going to be another receiving yards prop. It's going to be Pat Freiermuth over 44.5. This kind of coincides with, Chase Claypool being traded to the Bears. Since that's kind of happened, Pat Freiermuth has kind of become that safety net for Kenny Pickett, which is kind of what we've been hoping for since Chase Claypool got traded. But you would expect, rookie quarterbacks to target the tight ends. And once Kenny Pickett became the starter, he wasn't targeting Pat Freiermuth right away. But it has definitely become something of a habit now for him, I think, in this offense. I think, obviously coach is probably in his ear to target Pat Freiermuth, but we're seeing targets here over his last 4, 9 targets, 7 targets, 7 targets, and 12 targets here, 75, 57, 36, and 79 receiving yards for Pat Freiermuth in this game. Tight ends against the Colts have done pretty well. I mean, we've only seen 2 players here hit the over on this, but we're seeing a decent amount of receptions here for Colts. I wouldn't say none of these tight ends are really the receiving option that Pat Freiermuth is. But overall, defense to the position, right? If we go to tight ends, the Colts catch percentage, 5th highest catch percentage to tight ends. Also yards per throw here, 7th highest yards per throw to tight ends as well. So there is going to be some opportunity here for Pat Freiermuth to get downfield. I think good amount of checkdowns here to him as well. I like the matchup, and I just love the target share. No Chase Claypool in this offense anymore. So you can even see here, if we take a look at the snap counts, I mean, for wide receivers, they got Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, obviously, are the 1 and 2 options of wide receivers. And then it's kind of just a mix-up with Steven Sims, Olszewski, and then Miles Boykin. But the one consistency here is Pat Freiermuth. You can see, I mean, he's been leading the snap share for tight ends all season long. 89, 81, 76, 73, 59, 62, 69, 71. I expect that to continue here. Definitely a target favorite of Kenny Pickett in this game. And I just think this is a little too low. I think this could be a little too low. I'm also waiting, again, at the time of this video, I would love a Pat Freiermuth receptions prop here. I would love the over on that, depending on what it's at. Probably going to be at 4.5, maybe 4. Again, if you're watching this and that receptions prop is out, I would definitely take a look at that. Also, taking a look at Najee Harris receptions as well. Kind of looks decent, but again, let me know in the comments below. These are the 2 props here. It's good to be back on this upload grind. All I ask is please drop a like on this video, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.